Just give me a few. I'll be right there. Hey, man. What's up? We're back to your favorite. We're back to your favorite. Yes. No, you weren't first. You weren't first. I'm still getting over this, I'm still getting over this cold. And it's just I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was a cold or what. I didn't have a fever or nothing, but... Hey, what's up, man? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and kick until we find some more people. I'm going to kick it off with the women's. I'm going to set one up. This will probably be the only one of the night, so... We'll just throw... Oh, I'm still a little bit bad. But I'm getting better. Let me see who else we got. How was everyone's Christmas? Oh, I gotta throw Celine in. You know I have to. Yeah, let's throw her in. Oh my goodness. You don't unless you win the Rumble. You can't get one right off the bat, because that's how the rule is. Okay, we'll leave it on that. Oh, yeah, definitely got to turn that off. Okay. So, yeah. You got some games crossed off your list? Cool. Oh, okay, so it still counts? Yeah, we're going to have Rumble spots coming up. And... we're going to start those episodes probably on Thursday. I was just trying to do something a little bit different. And, I'm a little bit behind now because of the holidays. I didn't do anything. So. But still. It's good to see you, Ryan. It's good to see you. But, yeah, I think you're in a Rumble Spots match. So it'll kind of throw you of what position you're going to be in that big Rumble. And I don't know why I set the arena to this, but now I understand, because I'm so used to doing that of course I just thought of it as something else. Yeah, I got some gift cards, so I'm gonna use those up. I got Amazon, Starbucks, Burger King. Long live the king, by the way. And I'm kind of in the Starbucks now. I used to not. I used to not like coffee, and then, you know, I started, you know, coffee became my favorite drink. And Starbucks makes some of the best coffee ever. Even though it's very expensive. It's worth the price. But I drink regular coffee. I have to have it. If I don't have it, I can't function. Which is sad. It shouldn't be that way. No, it's going to be, well, actually a couple people could show up from the other brand. But if they do, they're probably going to be low on the list. And that's going to be intentional. So, I mean, they could still win, but their brand, they're going to be either at random or whatever position they fall in after the Rumble spots matchups. Yeah, they're going to be two separate ones, though. But, I mean, if I don't have enough room, I will throw them in, but it will be in the first 10. So I'm going to make it hard for them to win it. But on their brand, they can be at any spot. But if they do come on to the other brand, which is, I don't know if it's going to happen or not. I haven't gotten that far yet. But I am far ahead on episodes. And Mikasa. She's finished. So yeah, ask me anything. I mean, I have all the Rumble Spots episodes done. All of them. So, and then I have the, I basically have 3.5 done right now. Ahead of schedule. You got some games okay. I saw the games crossed off the list, but rare collector sets, the full series of Danny Phantom, and Spectacular Spider-Man. I've never heard of that. I've heard of Danny Phantom, though. I always liked, I like Danny's attire. I think it's pretty cool. You got an MCU timeline book? Does it have bad writing? Does it have bad writing? I got a Marvel dictionary. But that's all I have. Oh, we got Hulky here, too. I don't know if I said hello. And hopefully there's a big 2024. So 2024 is coming up. Of course, it's going to be, you know, a crappy political year as usual. Every 4 years, it's just going to be chaotic. You already know it. I mean, that's not even a spoiler. But hopefully we get some other stuff that's important. And yeah, there you go. So our first winner of the night. Cool. Wow, massive bag of wrestlers. That's cool. I've kind of like laid low on buying stuff. I used to buy stuff like crazy, and now I just like I figured like I had too much stuff, and like now I don't care as much as I used to on that stuff. I just find it as dust collectors, but I used to be very passionate about all kinds of collectibles and all that stuff, but now I could care less about it. I mean, I don't know. I just think things nowadays aren't as good as they were. I'm not for sure. I think it's Barbara Gordon. I've never watched the show. I know. I've never seen the show. I don't like a lot of stuff on CW. I just do not like them. And let's do a 20-man. Okay, so they are different. Okay, thanks for letting me know. I had no idea. I'm going to have to do something different here. There's a little key that, you know, you just select one and then you go back. That's how you... That was always a thing I did not like on this one. How that always happened. I don't know yet, man. I don't know. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I think you should go to the brand. We're going to need as many people as possible. Who you all want? Pick two if you want. I'm being generous today. It is around the holidays. I mean, if you want two, get two. I don't think any of the three do. Maybe in 2019 they did, but I think DC, like, I think they're really bad off right now, and I think Marvel's not doing well, and Star Wars isn't doing well either. I'll go into further detail once we get these picked of why I think that. Yeah, Doctor Doom's my boy. Yeah, that does look funny. I mean, it's like he's grown up, though. You know, it's not like obviously, it's like he became an adult or something. I'm going to throw Gandhi in. You know you got to have him. That is a requirement. Well, oh, did we choose 20 or not? I think I choose the 20. I'm going to throw 5 in to make things faster. Okay. Any more? Andy. Jack. Oh my goodness. I was not even coughing that much earlier. And I knew this would happen. Okay, yeah, let's get... I forgot. I didn't get Fat Thor. Hey, Brian. Anybody else pick two if you can. I mean, well, we're down to 3. I mean, okay, Baraka. Who else you got? The Sentinel. Yeah, and Kenny. Okay. And I'll go into detail of why I think what's going on with the DC and the Marvel and the all that stuff. But anyway, okay. Let's get into it. So all 3 of them are suffering, I think. Marvel's been suffering since Endgame. After Endgame, though, they had a couple gems. No Way Home was, of course, great. And I like the Eternals. I know, but not even everyone likes that. But besides, No Way Home and maybe Shang-Chi, they really have not been... I mean, it's like they peaked at Endgame. After Endgame, nothing could touch it. And that's because they did really well. And now with the whole situation with Jonathan Majors and him leaving, it's even caused more problems. Because you build this character up, and then I don't know the whole situation on that story. I haven't seen any of the evidence or anything, so I can't really say nothing about him. He's a great actor, and I hope nothing's true. Then they dropped him, which is just very unfortunate. It really has to stink when you have an actor that just dies or something. I can't even imagine that, especially if you were having a big project like that. But he got in trouble, and they're not bringing him back now, so now they're basically done with Kane. I mean, they could always, I think they should recast him maybe. What's wrong with recasting Kane? I mean, maybe you can make that work. I mean, there's so many different variants of him. I mean, why can you not do that? But they're going to do the dumbest thing they can do. They'll probably, bring back Hammerhead as the main villain, knowing MCU. I mean, I don't know what they're doing. DC just needs to stick with the Snyder Cut and go from there. But they won't do that. Zack Snyder put out a masterpiece. And when they had the original Justice League, it was just utter garbage. I thought it was okay. But then after watching the Snyder Cut, it's not even a debate that the Snyder Cut made that movie look like garbage. And maybe we should just leave Zack Snyder in charge. So he was found guilty? I don't know the case, so I don't know anything about it. So I'm not going to say anything because I haven't seen any of the evidence or anything. But he was a great actor, and it's sad that that's the case. But they can always recast it. That's what I don't understand. They're probably not going to do it. What I think they're going to do is go down the Doctor Doom path. They're going to bring him in, and he's going to be the main villain. I don't know who he's going to be, though. I think the guy that should play him is the guy from Oppenheimer. I can't think of anyone else that would. I think he would be a really good Doctor Doom, the guy from Oppenheimer. And as for Star Wars, they don't know what they're doing with that. These little spin-offs are just not cutting. So, all these... and it's so ridiculous because they just won't give the people what they want. And they're finally... It's taken them some time, but they're starting to learn their lesson slowly. After The Flash, after the Captain Marvel, or the Marvels, whatever. They bombed at the box office. Shazam bombed at the box office, and now they're gonna learn their lesson because the people are tired. They're tired of all the nonsense. They want real, good superhero films, and they're not getting it. And it's not because people are fatigued. I mean, you could say people are fatigued from the superhero genre, but I don't think they are. I think they're just tired of the same old thing. You need to go into a dark direction, just like, Pattinson and Batman. They went in a dark direction, and it paid off really good. I thought that was a really good movie. But this goofiness needs to stop. The whole, Ant-Man and the Wasp, not Ant-Man and the Wasp, Ant-Man and Quantumania was just totally goofy. It was a joke. And what makes it worse is I've noticed, well, not all the time, but some of the time the third movie is the best movie. Like in Thor and Ragnarok was my favorite of the four. And then in Captain America Civil War was my favorite. But when Ant-Man got his third movie, that was the worst. They just got worse from 1 to 3. They just got even worse. The Marvels was actually good. I haven't watched it. I'm not going to watch it. I'm tired of all the nonsense. I'm tired of the comedy aspect. I want darkness. That's all I want. And what Batman did in 2022, that is exactly what I want. That is exactly what I want. And I think we're getting the next one soon. I don't know when we're going to get the next one, but I'm stoked for it. Thor 5 should be rated R? Why? Thor Ragnarok should go back under a rock. That's what I think. But honestly, I did like Christian Bale in Ragnarok. And I like Natalie Portman. She's one of my favorite actresses. So I did like those two aspects. of Ragnarok. But I didn't like... The problem with Ragnarok is the goofiness. The goofiness is the problem. It's not the... I mean, there's a scene in that movie that's really good with the black and white with Gore the God Butcher and him fighting like 3 people at once. That was an awesome scene. And he had some really good scenes. But it's just the goofiness. Like, the first hour of the movie, like, what are we... Zeus? Like, really? Russell Crowe as Zeus? Get out of here. Go back to the movies that you're good at. Do not play Zeus. I mean, what in the world was he thinking? I mean, he's not a superhero actor. He's a fantastic actor, but he needs to stick to Gladiator and Beautiful Mind. And what else did he do that was really good? He's been in so many movies. But he needs to stick to those movies. Not in Robin Hood. He was in Robin Hood. He was in The Next 3 Days. He's a really good actor. I really like him. I didn't like him in Les Mis, but I thought that movie was just, oh man. I remember watching Les Miserables or whatever it's called, and I had to take aspirin. I've never had a movie give me a migraine in my life, except for that movie. They would just not stop singing. I know it's a musical. And I don't care. Just be quiet. Stop singing for like 5 minutes. And it's a painful movie. I hate watching that movie. And there's a couple good musicals, but I really don't like musicals. I like Sweeney Todd, and I like The Greatest Show on Earth, I think. That's a good one. And Sweeney Todd's good, but I really don't care for musicals. It's just, I couldn't even watch The West Side Story. I was done within 15 minutes. It's like, get out of here. Hey, William. What's a movie you can't stand? Everyone's beating the tar out of each other. You think it's the worst? I don't think it's the worst MCU. It's not a great movie, but it's definitely not the worst. I think Captain Marvel and Quantumania and a couple of the other ones are worse. Yeah, every time that I see the Polar Express, I just want to take a ball bat to my TV. It should be banned. It just should be banned. You know, Tom Hanks was not meant for animation. Except for Woody. He's okay in that role. But seeing an animated Tom Hanks just freaks me out. And it's not a good movie either. It's just so cringe. I did watch, I actually didn't watch Die Hard this year. I did watch It's a Wonderful Knife. That's a horror Christmas movie. And I watched Home Alone and Elf. I watched Elf, which I gotta admit, there's parts of Elf that are pretty cringe. I think there's a couple parts in Elf that just make me, screech, because I think it's just so like embarrassing watching at parts. And then there's genius parts of Elf. Winnie Pooh, Blood and Honey. Oh yeah, I heard that's terrible. There's parts of Elf that kind of bother me. It's so cringeworthy, and then there's genius moments in it. Like, I'll tell you something that's really cringe in that movie is when he sits on his dad's lap. It's like, really, like, I just, and when he's singing and as that girl's showering, it's like, oh, this is kind of uncomfortable. But, I mean, that's what they were going for. But I think the best parts is when he's in New York. When he's in the Christmas shop, and when he gets in the fight with the Peter Dinklage, when he's in the mail room. I mean, when he's at home and putting syrup on every single thing that you can eat. I love when he goes and he takes those flyers from those guys. He just keeps on taking them, and then he goes in those shops and says, congratulations, you have the world's best coffee. Those moments are really great. But some of the North Pole moments are kind of cringy, I think. I think it's kind of frightening when you see him in that shower. And it's kind of weird when you see that photo of him playing basketball with the other elves. I just think it makes me uncomfortable. There's so many, like, but I still think my favorite, well, if we're not counting Die Hard, my favorite Christmas movie is It's a Wonderful Life. I think it has the best message. And, I just watched It's a Wonderful Knife, and it could have been a lot better. It was okay, though. It was an okay film, but it could have been better. The Sentinel is here. Did you all watch any Christmas movies? Yes, thank goodness the Sentinel's gone. I get so sick of him. Oh my god. What's the most cringiest Family Guy moment? Oh man, I mean, where do we start? Where do we start, DJ? There's a bunch of scenes with Quagmire that just make me want to take a shower. It just makes me feel so gross watching. There's a couple scenes in particular with Quagmire Herbert has a couple scenes, I'm sure. But I don't know. I think I've had Quagmire bother me more than Herbert, which is it's kind of shocking. But since Herbert's more gross, but he's not around, he's not as around as much, and he doesn't have as many jokes as Quagmire does. Because Quagmire's like kind of a major side character compared to Herbert just being there every once in a while. There's a couple of times with Quagmire. I can't really think off the top. Probably don't want to share it either. He's kind of really... There's one time he was hiding in the bathroom. I thought, oh man, really? Ugh. He's just... He has funny moments, but I kind of don't like him. The first 3 Home Alone movies, you hate the others. I need to rewatch 3, but I only really like 1 and 2. I've seen 3, but it's been a long time ago. And I think back then I was just mad that Macaulay Culkin wasn't in Home Alone 3. So I didn't like the movie, and I didn't give it a chance. But I have watched number 3. There's multiple people trying to steal from him, I think. I need to rewatch it. I'll give it another shot, but I don't think it's good without Macaulay Culkin. If you say the others are worse than 3, I can't even imagine it. We are down to 2 now. I told you it's Mort's son, Neil. Neil Goldman is my least favorite Family Guy character by far. I don't like. I think this has happened at least 3 times. For some reason, I don't like characters in shows that continuously ask or hit on the same girl and she's repeatedly told them no. And for some reason, I just can't stand that. And Neil Goldman's one, and then Zap from Futurama. I can't stand Zap. I want Leah to just roundhouse kick him. They're the worst? Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely between, Neil Goldman's my least favorite. Like, every time he's on the screen, I just want someone to just deck him. Who else do I not like on? I think the captain guy's lame. The one with the wooden legs. I think he's kind of weird. But I don't not like him. I just think he's not funny. But it's definitely Neil Goldman is my least favorite. Oh, you're talking about the main characters? I don't really like Chris and Meg. They're not funny. I don't think they're funny. And Hawk, you're not going to Mania. Quit pointing at the sign. You're not going. It's 20 man. Come on, dude. It's 20 man. You're not going. Get them off of here. No, I think when it comes to the main family, Meg and Chris are definitely the lower tier of all the other characters. I think Peter, Brian, and Stewie are the best. And Lois, Lois is not really, I don't find her funny, but she's a good character. But I don't find Chris or Meg funny at all. They make me laugh on very few occasions. I don't think they're funny. The whole thing with everyone hates Meg, it's annoying. It's just annoying, and Chris is just so out of it that he's not funny. It's every character Seth MacFarlane plays is who I like. Peter, Stewie, and Brian. So those are my favorites. Borat? Okay. Beast? Hey. Who else? Good. It's been good. I'll see. I don't know if I have it here. No, we'll go with Drew. Jimmy? Okay. Okay, I think we got everything set. Yeah, there we go. Poor Drew. So any other subjects that need to be addressed? It can be extremely annoying, but it can also be, it just depends on who it is. Like, especially when you know, looks nothing like the image, then it's like super annoying. Or if it covers up half the screen, then it's super annoying. Yeah, they do. They definitely do. Because, especially that one, I mean, it covers up half the screen. Wow. We'll see if Drew can survive. I didn't get any of those. I'm kind of done with those. I'm kind of done with all that physical media. I mean, I'll get something if I really like it, but not really. I've been close a couple times. The one time I was close, I think I deserved it compared to the other person. But I also think that it was like instigated heavily by multiple people, and it made the situation between the both of us worse. So yeah, that's probably a thing that I wish I could like change if I had the chance to change something. Yeah, I mean, like, the people instigated it. I mean, if I could go back in time, I would sit down with the guy that I had an issue with, and I would have said, hey, look at all these people that want us to fight each other. How about me and you team up and we beat them all? That would be amazing. That would have been amazing, but at the same time, it wouldn't have been, because it was men and also women that was involved in instigating it. So that would not look good. But if I had like another woman with me, maybe all three of us could take everybody on. That would be great. Because, I mean, like, I literally... They were kind of begging for this fight. And there was even, like, this one girl that wanted to see us fight. And she literally went to another class. I mean, she went to our class. She skipped her class just to instigate a fight. It's not sinking. Looks good here. Maybe it was just for like a second or so. Yeah, I hate instigators. I cannot stand instigators. I cannot stand... I have a noise for these people. I mean a word for these people now. It's called the noise. I cannot stand the noise. And the noise is everywhere now. Everyone critiques. Everyone complains. Everybody does. And I know we all complain, but I can't stand the noise. I want the noise to be gone. But the noise is a bunch of instigators. They're the ones that rile people up. Most overrated? Probably would have to be... That's a good question. Yeah, you should always fight the instigators. The instigators are the worst people in the world. They're like the reason why... First of all, they're the reason why the country fights with each other. It's mainly because of the instigators. They're the reason for a lot of things. But the overrated, that's a good one. Yeah, I'm going to have to really sit down and think about that. Because I've been pretty impressed with all the ones that, you know, people enjoy. That's a great question. I can't even think of one. It's like, trying to think of all the different ones. And usually the ones I don't like, most people don't like. Man, that's a tough question. Because overrated, I mean... Maybe Wonder Woman. I still like it, though. I mean, I don't know. I can't really think of one. Because usually I don't like, you know... Usually I think they're rated pretty accurately. Like, we talk about Black Panther and... Civil War and all that stuff. It's pretty accurate, but instigators killed Harambe. Yep, they did. I mean, and it is finished. I think I'm going to call it quits. We'll be back on schedule Thursday. I think we had pretty good, 3 really good ones here. No, you cannot fight a chimpanzee. They are actually very strong. I don't know. Maybe somebody that was like a fighter could, but not a normal man. I don't think a normal man could fight a chimpanzee. I think it would be difficult. What in the world is Beast doing? Like, nobody cares. So what? Wow. What, he's flexing? Yeah, I'm going to call it a night. I'll see you all later. And we'll get back to normal schedule later in the week. So, still letting the holidays get finished with. We're coming up on 2024, so that's crazy. I mean, it's been a fast year. It's like every year is going by really fast here lately. So I can't even keep track of the 20s. The 20s have went by so quickly compared to other years. I mean, the teens weren't as bad, but now they're going by really quick. But, yeah. But anyway, I'll see you all later.